Alright, what's going on guys? Gino checking back in for another video today. And today I'm going to be showing you guys an epic protein pancake recipe. I've been making these pancakes for the past like 3 or 4 weeks. And whenever I find a certain meal or a certain recipe that I really like to eat, I pretty much eat it on a daily basis. And I thought, why not share it with you guys? It's a recipe that tastes amazing and the macros are pretty good and it fills you up like crazy. So first things first, let's hop on to the ingredients to make these epic protein pancakes. Alright, so first off, what you're going to be needing in terms of the ingredients is some whey protein. Now, basically just pick any brand, any kind of whey protein will do. You need some instant oats or ground oats, and whenever you want to buy these ingredients, please be sure to get ground oats, or at least if the oats that you have are not ground already, put them in the blender beforehand, because I've been sharing this recipe a lot on my Instagram lately and some of you guys DM'd me saying that the recipe wasn't really working out the way that I displayed it on my stories, and I use normal oats. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. So get yourself some ground oats or put your oats in the blender beforehand. Next up, you need 2 whole eggs, a little bit of milk. Now you can choose almond milk or regular milk. In terms of the recipe, it doesn't really matter. I've tried both and both taste amazing. So these are the staple ingredients that you need all the time. And now on to some things that I like to add in terms of my own personal preference. Since I have chocolate caramel whey, I like to add some raw cacao powder to give it more of a chocolatey taste. Some cinnamon, because cinnamon tastes very good. And I like to add in a little bit of sea salt. Get yourself a big bowl. So then we need to add all of the ingredients into one bowl. So the first thing that I always add are the eggs. Like so. So you only need 2 eggs. Now what I like to do is put all of the liquid ingredients in first, so that they're all nice and mixed up before I add the dry ingredients. And basically also because if you put the solid ingredients in first and then add the liquid, it will stick to the bottom of the bowl and it'll turn out very ugly and you'll miss out on some food, and we do not like to waste food. So what I like to do, since I already know how much milk I will need in order to get the mix perfect and ready to bake, I add in 50 milliliters or 50 grams, it's pretty much the same, of skimmed milk or almond milk if you prefer to get almond milk. So as you can see, I have no idea why I'm showing you this, but the eggs and the milk are in. Looks freaking disgusting. So then it's time to add solid ingredients. I'm going to be adding in 60 grams of ground oats, which is around, most of the time, 3 spoonfuls. That is 60 grams. So then it's time to add the whey protein. So I'm taking around a scoop or just a little bit less, or 30 grams for simplicity, of whey protein, and put that in. There we go. Then it is time to add the cacao powder. Now again, cacao powder is personal preference. You don't actually need it, but if you have chocolate tasting whey, try adding it because it tastes so good. So I'm getting around a spoon, which is basically 5 to 10 grams of cacao powder. So then we're almost done. What I'm now going to be adding is a big heap of cinnamon, because the cinnamon just adds a lot of extra taste. And then to finish off all of the ingredients, just add a heap of sea salt. And those are all of the ingredients that you need. Now, I'm going to be mixing this together, get it nice and liquidy. Put the pan on the fire, add a little bit of butter or BAM spray or whatever you want. And then it's time for magic. So for mixing, I like to use a fork because it gets a little bit in between all of the lumps that might occur by mixing the ingredients together instead of the spoon. But keep the spoon there, because when you want to scoop out the mix and put it in the pan, it's way easier and a little bit less messy. So be sure to get all of the stuff in there when you're mixing it, so you don't get any lumps or miss out on any oats or whey. Get it all in there. Scrape around the edges as well, again, just to not forget anything, and get it all in the mix. And then this is what you should be left with, alright? A nice liquidy texture of the mix, which you can then easily bake in the pan. Alright, so a quick pro tip. If you notice that the mix that you have is a little bit too lumpy or too thick, just add a little bit, just a splash, a tiny splash of some skimmed milk or almond milk, and then keep on mixing it until you get the texture that you want, or that you need actually, because this is the texture that you want, alright? It's a little bit like pudding or something, but you will then easily be able to bake in the pan. Speaking of the pan, let's put it on the fire. Alright guys, so the pan is on heat, high heat to be exact. What I'm now going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a little bit of butter into the pan. And this is actually going to be a pro tip. If you want to save some fat macros from the butter or whatever you're baking in, grab yourself some paper and spread the butter across the pan like so that the pan is nice and lubed up. And then this is what you're left with. That's a lot of calories that you're saving. So I have my mix right here. I'm going to be waiting until the pan heats up and the butter is nice and hot. And then it is time to add the mixture. You don't want to get too much in there so that you can make some more pancakes after the first one. And how many pancakes you make is also down to your personal preference. I generally like to make 3 smaller ones, but you can make 1 huge one or 2 semi-big ones. Just put the mixture in the pan, try it out, and see how many pancakes you like to make with your pancake mix. Honestly, I wish you guys could smell this, because this smells so good, man, I'm not gonna lie. And when you can then see that it's ready to flip, grab yourself a spatula and flip it around. Oh yeah, man. This looks perfect. For the other side, it doesn't really need to be that long, just long enough to still be kind of moist. And then when it's done, add pancake number 1 to the plate. Time to add pancake number 2, and be sure to keep mixing it in between, just to make sure that it's not lumping up. There we go. Oh, the perfect flip. Add pancake number 2. Be sure to get it all in there. Leave no stone unturned, guys. These are your macros right here. It should be around this empty. Alright, here we go. You're watching? Wait. Whoop. Perfect. After making these pancakes for like 4 weeks straight, you become a master chef. Trust me. And once that one is finished as well, it is time to add the last pancake. And this is what you're left with. Perfection. Oh, fuck this one. And then again, for topping, you can choose whatever you want. Honestly, guys. Now you can add some low sugar strawberry jelly, for example. You can add some peanut butter. Just be creative, guys, right? It doesn't have to taste very bland or very boring or whatever. The pancakes on its own taste amazing, trust me, just without any topping whatsoever. But you can be creative, right? Just add some topping that you like, as long as it fits your macros and your calorie goal. Why not, man? Just be creative and have fun with your food. So what I'm going to be adding, since it tastes amazing with the pancakes, is some frozen fruit. And I put that underneath the pancakes so that they melt. There we go. Put those on top of there. And just a little bit of some reduced sugar jelly. Around a spoonful. Comes out to about 25 grams of strawberry jelly. If this does not look aesthetic in your eyes, I don't know what's wrong with you. Guys, and that is the full pancake recipe. I'll actually show you guys the inside of the pancake because it is very moist. Just take a look inside, man. This looks amazing. And it tastes amazing as well. Alright guys, so that concludes my full protein pancake recipe. Without further ado, I'm going to be enjoying this meal before it gets cold, because it tastes the best when it is still hot. So that is it for this video, guys. I sincerely hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to smash the like button, because it truly helps out the channel grow. Be sure to try these pancakes out, and if you do, put a picture on your Instagram and tag me so I can repost it. Comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications on for so much more content coming really soon. I'm out, guys. And peace out. See you in the next one.